School. A place we all are forced to go, but no one actually wants to go there. A place where you're expected to wake up at 6 a.m., but also be engaged in class. Like, sir, I haven't even booted up yet. They give you 7 hours of work, then send you home with more work. Like, that's not your villain origin story. You're told to express yourself, but only within the boundaries of a beige dress code and a Chromebook from 2009. It's a place where you meet all kinds of people. The ones who do Naruto runs down the hallway. The couple who treats the hallway like it's the finale of The Bachelor every single day. The kid who brings a literal gaming laptop to class like he's about to hack into the Pentagon. And of course, the person who never brings a pencil, a notebook, or a single cure in the world, but somehow still passes. School. It's a place where your teacher is 40 years old, beefing with Timmy who's about to go through puberty. But the real villain are the rules. So today, we're breaking down the most nonsensical school rules that has zero business existing in the first place. The first rule that makes no sense. Only one person can go to the bathroom at a time, or even per floor. Now this has to be a crime. Imagine being in class, your legs are shaking, you desperately need to release the forbidden fuel or dump, and you have to hold it in because Johnny and Timmy are slapboxing in the bathroom. It feels like you're a part of some weird prison system when you have strict times to use the bathroom. Now that I can think about it, school and prison might have a lot in common. So let's break this down. There are hundreds of students in the school, but they treat the bathroom like it's the VIP access in the club, only one person at a time. And the timing is always terrible. You raise your hand to ask if you can go, and the teacher tells you, oh, somebody went already. So now you just have to sit there with your bladder doing jumping jacks while Timmy makes his daily trip all over the school. Nothing about this rule makes sense to me. If it's 4 stalls in a bathroom, why does only one person get to go while the rest of us suffer? The second rule, no eating in the class. The rule that says no eating in class might actually be the most inhumane thing school has ever come up with. Like, I get it. Maybe don't pull out a full course meal in the middle of chemistry. But if I'm discreetly eating a granola bar in the back corner, how is that hurting anyone? I'm literally just trying to survive. My stomach is playing dubstep and you're mad I took a bite out of a Pop-Tart. There are things far worse that you should be worried about. Leave me and my Pop-Tart alone. There's SoundCloud rappers freestyling and recording a mixtape in the bathroom. There's a group of freshmen filming a TikTok fight scene in the middle of the stairwell with WWE sound effects. There's someone launching a pencil across the room like it's the final event in the Olympic javelin throw. Meanwhile, I'm in a corner quietly chewing my artificial flavor rectangle, and I'm the problem. Like, let's be serious. Don't some teachers themselves be eating in the class? Does this rule not apply to them, or is it just us because they have all the power? I don't know, but it doesn't make sense to me. Unless my bag of Oreos is causing a fire or a riot like it's a pack of gum, I think we can all agree me eating during class is not the villain origin story you're looking for. The third rule, if you're talking in class, you get sent to detention. The rule that says if you're talking in class, you get sent to detention is honestly wild when you think about it. Like, bro, I said 2 words to my friend and suddenly I'm a criminal. I'm not leading a protest. I just asked for a pencil, not committing tax fraud. Why is the punishment level set to max difficulty? And let's be real, most of the time, the class is already louder than a middle school cafeteria during a power outage. People are throwing paper planes, someone sneezing like a cannon, and there's that one guy in the back literally watching Fast and Furious in full volume. But me whispering, what page are we on, is the final straw? Like, make it make sense. Also, sending someone to detention for talking is so dramatic. Like, okay, cool, now I'm silent in a room doing nothing for 45 minutes, all because I had the audacity to socialize during a class where the teacher wasn't even teaching yet. I'm not disrupting a TED Talk. You were still logging onto your computer. And what exactly is detention supposed to teach me? How to sit in silence and plot my revenge on the education system? Congrats, I now have more time to doodle in my notebook and mentally draft my villain backstory. That's character development, not discipline. Honestly, if the worst thing I'm doing is talking to someone during class, maybe you should thank me. I'm out here building community, making connections, practicing communication skills. Isn't that what school is about? You give me 7 hours a day, back-to-back lectures, no snacks, no phone, no freedom, and now I can't even whisper, bro, what's the homework? Also, the class be dead silent for 30 minutes. I finally lean over and barely say a sentence and boom, the teacher's spidey senses activated. Like I just triggered an alarm. Like, how did you not hear Jason playing Minecraft on full blast? Well, you heard me say, yo, pass the worksheet from across the room. The fourth rule that makes no sense to me, no hats, hoodies, or beanies, because headwear is a direct threat to national security. Clearly. The rule that says you can't wear hats, hoodies, or beanies in school has always been kind of confusing. Like, we get up at 6 in the morning, rush out the door, and some of us are just trying to cover up whatever mess is going on up there. It's not fashion, it's survival. Hats and hoodies aren't some kind of secret code for mischief. Sometimes it's cold. Sometimes your hair isn't cooperating. Sometimes you just want to feel a little cozy while sitting in a chair for 8 hours straight. That's not a crime. That's just being human. And it's not like wearing a hoodie over your head instantly causes chaos. Most of the time, no one even notices. People are too busy figuring out if they're actually in the right classroom or pretending they studied for a quiz they didn't know about. My thing is, it's just a piece of clothing, nothing dangerous, nothing dramatic. Just a little extra fabric on your head that probably isn't stopping anyone from learning how photosynthesis works. Also, can we talk about how random the enforcement is? One day you walk into class with your hoodie on and no one says anything. The next day you barely stepped into the hallway and someone's already asking you to take it off like you're trying to smuggle answers in there. And the excuses behind the rules never really made sense either. You hear things like, we need to see your face, or it's a safety issue, which sounds serious until you realize there are like 900 students in the building and nobody's actually paying that much attention to who's wearing what. The fifth rule that makes no sense is no earpods or headphones. The no headphones even when you're done with your work rule is one of the things that just doesn't add up. I finished everything, the assignment done, the worksheet completed, early exit for my sanity already in progress. And now I'm just supposed to sit here quietly staring at the floor like I'm being punished for being efficient. It's not like I'm trying to throw a party in my ears. I just want to listen to some music, maybe a podcast, something to pass the time without silently counting the ceiling tiles. And I'm using headphones, it's not speaker. No one else can hear it. It's basically me, my playlist, and a pair of tiny speakers that hurt after 20 minutes but still somehow brings peace. Also, the energy in the room after everyone finishes early is already awkward enough. People are fake flipping through notes. Others are doing that thing where they pretend to be busy so they don't have to make eye contact. Letting students quietly zone out with headphones would actually help keep things calm. At the end of the day, school rules are kind of like unseasoned mashed potatoes. Bland, confusing, and no one really knows why they're still being served. Some rules make sense, sure. Others feel like they were written in 1983 and just never updated. All we're asking for is a little bit of logic, a little flexibility, and maybe the freedom to wear a hoodie without being treated like a secret agent. Until then, we'll be out here dodging detention for chewing gum and fighting for a right to eat Pop-Tart in peace. I love y'all.